I'm in the middle of something.
No, I was calling about the John Mayer tickets. I guess I'm late.
Are you a John Mayer fan?
No, you're not listening. I was doing Joan Jett tickets. Thank you, Rumpelmans, Larry. Appreciate it.
All right, can I play a lick for you?
No.
Yeah.
No. What are you doing? We have a guest.
Oh.
This video segment brought to you by RenegadeTruck.net and
Rumpelmans, Larry.
no Takova's Boots and more.
I'll do the John Mayer tickets. I usually do videos in this film segment, which you can see on YouTube, the Dudley and Bob and Matt YouTube channel. What?
Because CJ's running the cameras, but
Oh.
I can watch the switcher, and he hasn't been on anyone that's been talking yet. There you go. There you go.
Well,
Just making fun of my boy CJ.
Anyway, maybe Friday we'll get to all. Hey, your handwriting is so great, man. Look at that.
Look at that.
Isn't that Hey, turn Bob's camera on. Thank you.
I feel like we had to misspell Stoopidurs.
Yeah, it's stupid, like STOOP.
Yeah.
Look at his handwriting. It's like a architect.
How does he do it?
It's like a woman.
Like a woman.
Let me see. Hold on. Everybody write the Stoopidurs, and let's see. Let's see what you have to
I'm going to try
do.
to emulate.
Although your wife said one time she liked my printing.
Yeah, you got good
Hold on, I
printing.
already messed
No,
up.
I don't.
Oh, do the little caricature of yourself that you always draw.
Okay. Let's
Remember
see.
that?
Yeah.
And Matt just
Yeah.
draws penises. See? I predicted it.
I have to do it with a mullet, though.
You wish, dude.
That's
You
not a
wish.
very good version of it. There's mine.
And you still Stoop Peppers?
It doesn't matter how you spell it because we're idiots.
All right.
Okay, listen.
All right, listen.
So I'll do the videos on Friday. And, yeah, CJ's running the cameras today, but we're only on YouTube, on the Dudley and Bob with Matt YouTube channel live. Facebook still has some issues.
Thank you, CJ.
And if you don't see us on camera, it's probably because CJ ate one of them. All right, 903. I'm sorry. I know you're in there. I'm sorry. So we have we have John Duffy, who is a teacher at my upcoming son's high school, and we got a winner on the tickets. That was Destry Grimm. Destry Grimm.
The loser was
So
Lumberman's Lair.
today's topic on the Stoopidurs, which we just named today, even though we've done it before, is physics and what else? Space science. What?
I'm not sure we're doing any space
Light,
science.
sound.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's just
Everything.
elements of
And the
physics.
score is Matt, me. That's the wrong way to do that. Matt, Chewy,
I've missed one
and
a half.
I are in the lead. Bob is down one.
Two. Well, yeah.
All right,
I
so
We
missed
could
part.
also do it this way. Dale, Matt, and Chewy are at 4. Bob is at 3.
Okay, here we
Coming
go.
on
Okay. Here, I promise I will.
Coming on
I will
strong.
fade because these get harder, right?
Yeah, so this one's actually be a little harder because I just made it because you guys
Just
were
made it up?
You guys were talking about like carbon 14 dating earlier.
Never heard of it.
The Half-Life.
The Half-Life,
Yeah.
I know the half-life
We're
of
talking about
Xanax.
same thing.
Okay, good.
I don't remember.
Same thing.
I don't remember my dating life.
It was. You have to carbon date it too.
Okay,
I
so
dated a billionaire once.
okay, so carbon, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the 6th element on the periodic table. Right?
God, this is. I'm not going. I don't know that.
Come on.
Come
Everybody
on,
knows
man.
that.
I'm telling you this, right? And it has an atomic mass of 12. 12
Yeah.
What is What is an atomic mass?
It's like how much it weighs.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Think about it.
Matt would have a huge atomic mass.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, guess what? The
right.
periodic table, you get your period every 28 days, bitch. What's up,
Okay.
Teach?
Okay, so
You're
so
losing control of the classroom, Teach.
okay, so the mass is 12, right? So
Miss your hands.
And it's the 6th element in the.
Okay, now what? About
So we call it
now
carbon
we're talking
12.
about carbon. We're not talking about carbon paper, right?
I'm talking about carbon, the element.
So we divide 12 by 6? That's 2.
Okay.
no, what's the question? Let's do
Okay.
it.
So
I got 2.
So carbon 14 is an isotope of carbon 12.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Carbon 14.
Of course.
So that means it has 2 additional somethings.
Oh.
What are
got it.
what are those 2 additional somethings
got it.
that carbon 14 has?
I don't know chemistry at all. I'm going to say testicles.
No, go back to your atom. Go back to your atom.
it.
Hey, Teach.
Wait, don't.
This is a contest.
Hold on.
2 additional.
Nuts. Put them on your
Got
chin.
him.
Let's see. I think I
Because
got
this is.
It's still carbon.
it. I think I got it.
Okay.
It's carbon 14.
And
Oh,
you guys are
okay,
probably you guys are probably familiar with carbon because tacos all carbon.
All right, I'm going to
Okay.
go with protons.
I'm going to go with
No,
neutrinos.
hold
I'm
on.
gonna go with electrons.
I'm saying electrons.
Nope, and nope. Okay, okay. So,
We're the stupiders.
We're the stupid.
so an element is defined by how many protons it has. It could have any number because it goes off with what its charge
But why
is, right?
does a kid need to know this?
Yeah.
so that they can do this.
Yeah, but how many scientists are you getting? The kids that go up and be the scientists.
Here's the one I want to know. If you've added the protons, haven't you just changed the element
You change
two
the
over?
element. Okay, so I can add as many neutrons as I want to, but it just becomes really unstable the more I put in there.
Right.
Right, because I'm not changing the element
Okay.
itself. I'm just adding more onto it.
What
And
was
the way
the-
carbon-14 works is carbon-14 has 2 additional neutrons.
Well, wait. Then how come nobody got it? Didn't he have neutrons?
I had
Yeah,
neutrinos. I had
neutrinos,
part of the
which is-
word.
Which is a
Yeah,
completely different
it
part.
is.
Smaller
It is.
neutrons.
It is.
Excuse
Right.
me, I got to play this.
Well, if it isn't the leader of the Wiener Patrol, boning up on his nerd lesson.
Okay,
I feel
Okay.
like I got partial.
so nobody got that one.
No,
Let's
nobody got that. So carbon-14 has a
okay.
half-life of like
easier.
50
Give us an easier one.
5,700 years.
So it's tie.
Sorry, he keeps interrupting you, teacher.
It's,
He's,
well,
you
I'm
know.
trying to move the show along.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So here's a question on simple harmonic motion. You know what a pendulum is? Yes or no?
Yeah, pendulum swing like a England do.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
you remember that equation? The angle of the dangle equals the fall of the ball.
That's
That's
right.
it. Is that what you're
Is
asking?
that, is that right?
Is that the equation?
Hey, my
that's
son
it.
may be in your class.
Okay. So when you have a pendulum and you swing and it swings back and forth, right?
Yeah.
One complete swing back to its original position, out and back and like the regular position. That's called that's a full cycle and it's called a period. And by the way, that's why a woman's cycle is called a period because it is one
cycle.
full cycle, right? And so
And
it
her
has
emotions are like a pendulum.
So out
Swinging.
and back is a period.
out, back, and to the original place. You have to do the
Okay.
full swing.
Oh.
So
You have to-
clickety clack. All right.
Okay, cool. The question here is, if I pull a pendulum back 20 degrees from the bottom, so a certain distance, and I let go, and let's say it has 4 seconds, a swing, it takes 4 seconds for it to do a complete cycle.
Period.
4-second period of a complete cycle.
Okay.
Okay. And so if I pull it back 40 degrees, I double the distance. How long does it take to do the full period?
So it's 4 minutes on the first one. So the
Why is it
4
going so
seconds.
slow? 4
4.
seconds for a.
It's a big one.
It's a
you
big
got a
one.
bad pendulum, dude.
I got a bit.
So if it takes 4 seconds for 20, but how long for 50? Oh, we're supposed to guess
It's
that.
40 degrees. Like how long, what would its period be if I doubled how far back I pull it?
I got filler up.
Wait a minute.
Is this an algebra? Is this an
I got
algebra?
it.
there's a
No,
formula.
it's simple harmonic motion.
I can't figure it out.
Well,
I got it.
I can't figure it out because I don't know. I guess no matter how far it's pulled back, it's still going to make a cycle of a period of some length.
I'm ready to win.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess this. I'm gonna guess 10.
Oh,
Okay.
I got filler up.
6? No. 16? No. Okay.
We need your answer, Bob. On the Stoopidurs.
Come on, Bob.
Hey, and if you're just watching this on YouTube, we got several of the questions in the previous
Exactly.
break. Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of
So-
fact, I was in the lead for a while.
So
It's going to be the same.
it's going to be the same. So here's the
I knew
thing.
it.
Pendulums.
That's why I had
right?
no answer.
you didn't know it.
I was gonna say 4, but I was like percentage-wise, maybe I don't know.
You
Because
didn't get it.
If the pendulum
That's closer.
is the periodicity of a pendulum is
Because of the
completely dependent
velocity.
upon is completely dependent upon the length of the chain and not anything else. So whether I pull it back all the way and swing it, it goes faster. The periodicity will always be the same for a given length.
Because of acceleration.
Yeah.
And this comes in handy if you ever get a pendulum in your house.
If you have a grandfather clock, it comes in really handy.
Okay. All right, let's have another one. We should have done the easy ones on camera. We should have it get easier. All right, what's next?
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
How many did you bring in? 10?
I got 2 more.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great.
Okay, so 2 more. First is Newton has 3 laws.
Yes.
First, second, third law, right? First one
if
is
you catch something, go whatever.
object in motion stays in motion.
Right.
Right?
Let's act on with some other force. Second law is force is equal to mass times acceleration. It's just a relationship. Write down F equals ma. Do that right now.
F equals
F equals ma, right?
A little a or big A? F equals ma.
And that's force equals
Mass
mass.
times acceleration. F equals ma.
I'm trying to F, Ma.
And that explains just about like half the universe.
Shouldn't there be an X between M and A?
Or you put whatever you want there. It's not required.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one is for every action, there's an equal and opposite.
It's so
reaction.
funny because for acceleration, I wrote down ACC, where my son will be going to school. Okay. Forward mass times acceleration. Now, what's the question?
Okay. So the question is this. So we're talking about force. We're talking the second thing here. So if I apply a force, a net force to something, right? If I apply a force to something of a given mass, it will accelerate. It'll go faster. Right? Okay, cool. So if I apply a 10 Newton force, write down. 10 Newton. Right?
That's 10 newtons.
10 newtons of force, I can make a 5 kilogram object accelerate 2 meters per second squared, which means that every second. Okay. It's basically what you're saying is that F, basically 5 times 2 is 10.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And that's a net force, and for anybody that's a physics person out there, right?
Okay
cool. If I applied a 20 Newton force to the same object, a 20 Newton net force to the same object, what will that object's acceleration be?
But here's the problem, John. Here's the problem. You want to take the 20 and multiply it
gonna be a
the
trick
10,
question.
but it's going to not be that.
It's
I don't even remember.
Well, now he already gave you. All you have to do is solve the.
I-
he
I
gave you
I
everything.
can't.
the formula.
I see numbers and I panic. I forgot. I even forgot how you to the second power. Is that times itself? Times. How do you do that? I forgot.
Go to sleep.
Squared.
Go to sleep. What squared means
Nerd.
times itself, right?
Sure.
Come on. Is that okay? All right. So
I got it.
Oh,
I feel good about this one.
2.2 meters.
Wait a minute. Carry the 6.
So if I do
Oh, it was
10
2.2 meters per second?
no, it's so.
2.
How much force are we applying again?
So the original
20.
problem is
20.
10 newtons. I can make a 5 kilogram object accelerate 2 meters per second squared. Forget about the units. Just
No,
look at
don't help them teach. It's just we are competing.
Forget about the unit.
if I applied 20 newtons, if I doubled the force,
Right.
Oh, doubled.
because I'm going from 10 to 20, what's that going to do to my acceleration?
I'm not even showing my answer. I got it wrong.
I got Philip.
What is it?
His wife is a
He's not.
mathlete. It doesn't matter.
What is it? What's the answer? What do y'all have?
I got 4 meters per second squared.
4.
I got 4.
There you go.
We just doubled
Congrats.
it?
I got 4. I got it right.
Whatever you do to when you have an equal sign, whatever you do to one side of the equation,
How did
it's
I
gonna
get
do it to
that?
the other.
Who invited
I
you?
formula.
how did I get that? There's no way I
It's
got
literally
that.
a 20 and a 5, and then they use the same formula. It's the same thing.
Well, see, I thought it was a trick answer, though.
Why didn't you-
I
That's
thought
why.
so, too,
that's
for a
why I
second.
didn't do better in school because I thought every
So-
question was a trick
All right,
question.
how many more? Because Bob's
One-
still
one
down
more.
one.
One
I'm
more.
down
Okay.
2 now or 3.
Yeah, Bob's down
No,
2.
let's look
Oh,
at
you
this.
got
Okay.
that one wrong,
So-
idiot?
Well, I didn't even answer it because I thought it was a trick question. I go, there's no way it could be basic math.
It is
Yeah,
basic math.
I
literally.
did basic math.
Son of a bitch!
So-
I should have done better
so-
in
so-
I
college.
can't believe I got that one.
So literally, high school physics is nothing but probably 7th grade math.
Thanks.
It really. Well,
I know, but why don't the teachers tell? Why don't they say, by the way, it's not a trick question? Just do it.
That's
Because
important.
I'm in my head. I'm doing
Listen,
psychology.
he's had a
Stop
rough.
it.
He's had a rough week. He found out that some Springsteen lyrics weren't the same as he thought for
Oh, I
50
know.
years.
I know.
All right, here we go.
okay. Last one. This is just a thought experiment.
Is this a trick question or not?
Is this
It's not-
essay?
it's-
Is this essay?
No, it's not essay. So in science, a lot of times what we do is we do these things called thought experiments, in which we don't actually do the experiment. You just kind of think about it,
Yeah.
You're listening to the Stoopidurs.
right?
Clearly.
This it's common practice. It's the whole. Newton did these. He has a
Sit
lot.
around,
like,
get
like-
high,
Exactly.
talk about stuff.
yeah.
How does a fly land on a ceiling? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, like the most famous thought experiment from Newton is the cannon on the mountain, right? If you fire a cannon at a velocity, it's going to go and fall to the earth, right? If I fire it a little faster, it'll go out further faster, it goes even further. Well, if there's some velocity that I can fire that cannon, that as the cannonball is falling, it's falling at the same rate that
Curvature
the Earth is curved.
That's stupid. The Earth is flat.
No, that'd be orbit. Wouldn't that be escape velocity?
That would be your orbital velocity.
Here's my favorite thought thing is if you're on a falling elevator, if you jump at the right moment, just before the elevator hits the ground,
Same for an airplane crash.
you can survive.
You can survive, yeah. And if you drop a
if
penny,
if you're in an airplane and you
from
can jump sideways just before
from
it
a
crashes.
building that high up there
Really?
on that screensaver,
Yeah.
it'll go through somebody's head.
Newton also posited if the color I call red and the color you call red, we both call them red, so we think they're the same, but
Yeah.
actually the color I call red is what you see is the color I see is blue.
Dad, listener's right about Chewy getting high before the show. I mean, we should be high to get these questions.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is a thought experiment, and it basically it goes with, hey, I have a jar of flies. Don't ask why I have a jar of flies. I have a jar of
album.
flies with the lid on it, and I take my jar of flies, and all the flies are kind of chilling out, sitting on the bottom. I set that jar of flies on a scale, and it has some weight to it.
Right.
Right. What will the scale register?
Oh my God, this is like my
when
iPod.
the flies
Yeah, it is.
are
This
flying.
is like my iPod question.
So now the flies that were on the bottom
flying in the jar.
are flying in the jar.
All right.
They're not touching the bottom. They're
Flies
not touching
in the
They're
jar.
flying in the jar.
Right.
Will the weight registered be more, less, or the same?
See, this has to be one of those tricky questions because you got to think about, okay, is the jar closed?
Jar's closed.
And this is on a scale.
It's sitting on a scale.
Okay.
Digital or
And this is
Does it measure body?
It
Does
measures ducks.
body fat?
It's a
and
duck.
this is a
Yeah, there's
regular.
duck
This is
on one side.
Earth atmosphere, not in weightlessness. Because some experiments
Yeah, are
they
we in a
conduct in
vacuum?
space.
Are we in a?
The flies are alive, so there's
I
air
already
in there.
got it.
Oh well, see.
So this is
You
a
gotta
yes or no
throw
question.
that in my face.
But should we say why?
Yeah, you gotta
Yes
tell
or
me
no?
why.
Do
Why?
we?
Yeah, why? Why? I mean, why? Why?
Okay,
why
I
is
got
it
it.
what it
I've
is?
got it. And I may not use the right words, and I'll take my chances.
That's okay.
I would say it weighs the same because of the compression in the air. The flies still give their weight to the mass of whatever's in there, oxygen, carbon monoxide, dioxide, whatever it is.
Okay, don't tell
Okay.
him right or
That-
left.
okay,
We got to
okay,
go
that-
around.
that's-
Okay.
We gotta go
And
around.
listen, I'm the one that invited you on the show, so that's
I got it. I got it.
very important.
I got it.
That's my guess.
I'm going to say less.
I'm the
'cause
only one of us
whether
that
they're
would be your
flying
friend.
inside of the glass or outside of the glass.
Same mass though, inside of the air.
They're not touching the.
You
they're
say
not-
no, that's
They're not
your
applying any force to the.
Okay, that's your answer, Matt.
Yeah.
I
less.
put it's a mass of the jar only. They're not applying any downward force to the scale. It's the same as if I was standing inside the jar.
That's just what
and
I
then
said.
when I was you were weighing. You said jump
may
up
have
in
it
the
right.
air. If I jumped up in the air inside the jar, I'm
No,
not.
it's a trick
but
question.
I have
Okay.
no weight on that scale.
Hold on, Chewy, your answer.
I just put less because of how scales work.
Okay.
Okay. Dale got it right.
God dang, yes!
Not true.
Not
Yes.
true.
Not, you're wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And here's why.
Yes.
Here's why. Is that if I have
It's
a jar of
the
flies
it
and they're all at the
causes
bottom,
pressure inside.
the only way that the fly can fly is by creating a downward thrust. That air
at that
has
moment-
mass. Air has mass, and so it's pushing in the downward direction to keep the
You can
fly
go
up
now.
in the air.
I went to flight school.
It is. It
can leave now.
doesn't
I don't-
seem that way, but it is. It is. It'll weigh the same because the air currents within the jar are pressing
This is
down.
like my iPod.
I swear
question.
to you, I thought I would lose this
I
thing.
can't believe you did it.
There's an
So-
iPod full of music
Bob,
way
you're
more
in you're in
than
last
an
one.
iPod that doesn't.
Can we agree that the next
not.
time that you
does.
try to
There's an article.
say that I'm correcting you or that I'm an a-hole or that I know everything or that I act like I know everything, I get to slap the shit out of you.
Wait, who's in
Hold on.
the? Wait a minute.
We hit it 3
Oh,
times.
sorry.
Say it again without cursing.
Sorry, I didn't see you going for the.
He hit it. Why'd you hit it twice? I hit it once.
Because there was a big delay.
It really wasn't.
You we just edited
You edited
so-
out the whole show.
12 seconds.
Yeah.
leave with the doctor.
You said next time on
Quick
the
question.
show.
Question for you.
By the way, you'll hear
Teacher
the curse
Duffy.
word on the
Mr. Duffy,
cameras.
since we've removed 12 seconds from the show, does the show weigh the same or does it weigh less?
I would never have guessed in a million
You won.
years.
You won the whole thing.
I was so bad at
That's
science.
why you hit the tallest chair.
No, you said if I never else can complain where you're the smartest one or like that.
Also, what do you do when you play golf with your boss?
Wait a minute. I got a question. I got a question.
We all got together earlier and we agreed whatever you do, make sure that Dale wins so he doesn't go home like a big old
I got a question for the professor. After
Hold on. We go. Excuse me.
After the flies in the jar,
you're listening.
make their
Hold
initial
on.
ascent.
You're listening to the
And let's
Stoopidurs.
say they stop flapping their wings.
Bob.
Okay.
Let me introduce you.
And they're floating there for a moment of time before they hit the glass.
Okay. So
Does that change the weight?
Okay.
By the way, that question was from the stupidest of the Stoopidurs today.
Get them, Bob.
No.
Okay.
Last
So
place.
it's a
What if
thought
they were-
experiment, and
What if
it's
they were floating?
okay.
After they accelerated, before
And they were falling.
Before they were falling.
Well, the air currents are still in there.
Yeah, it's the pressure of the air
And
and
that's,
the mass.
And by the way, that's not the spirit of what the thought experiment itself.
Of course not. But you're on the Dudley and Bob with Matt show.
Oh my God.
It's the spirit of our show. Can't come in here and make us look like fools and make me look like a fool.
Yeah.
I in a million years, I wouldn't have said I would.
He made it too easy.
I probably would have said, okay, maybe I'm next to last.
Right.
But I never thought I would get that. That I think some of that came from flight school, though, and pressure on the wings and all that
The
stuff.
Bernoulli principle. Yeah.
So
You got the 50-50 question right.
You didn't ask us about the Bernoulli principle.
which question?
The last one.
Okay, but I won.
Yeah, I know. Just saying.
Okay, who won?
That's upward force.
Can I have a small victory? John, you're
Really
a great
small.
show.
Fun. Really
You're
small.
one of the good show
Come back with
preppers.
another subject like
John, what do you think's going on with Tracy Schultz? I think he's on the spectrum.
I think most of us probably are.
No, I think we are too. And there's different spectrums of mental illness and stuff like that. But
Can we do art history next time?
I'll do our history.
Thanks.
I would like to do. Can we do name that 70s song?
Can we do Springsteen lyrics?
I lose.
Can we do the menu at IHOP?
Famous rappers.
That was fun.
Will you watch out for my boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When you come through on the
Maybe
Paradigm,
he'll
just-
take your
just stop by.
class. It
Sure,
didn't
go
seem.
ahead.
It didn't seem that hard.
No trick
I'm
questions.
just joking.
Well, we're lucky in that.
I did guess on the 4, whatever that was. I just said double it. So
I would put our science team up against just about anybody else. Like we have.
hey,
such
did you
a good
watch
team.
the black hole thing on Netflix with all the guys who figured
Yes.
out that there's a hairy hole on the black hole?
Yes.
They said there's the hairy part.
I didn't hear
Did
the
you
hairy
did
part.
you think that one physicist, the young lady, was super hot?
I thought she was brilliant, and she started working that problem in high school.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
being hot.
No. But
Oh,
anyway,
that's right. You're a teacher. You can't say a young lady, even though you can't say she's
so
hot.
the smart thing about that is like she's the one. The idea has been out there for a while, but in high school she's the one that came up with using all with the algorithms to use all the radio telescopes of the world,
listening to
as
Rush.
one
She did
large
it listening to Rush.
telescope. Right.
We got a break.
No,
now.
what's
Sorry.
the formula to get on
John,
that ass?
thank you, teacher and Leander, super guy. I'd love to have you back. That was fun.
No problem.
And I'm glad we finally came up with a name for this. You've been listening to
The
Stoopidurs. And when we come back, I'll do John Mayer tickets. We're going to play the set.